She's glowing. Hi guys, welcome back to my bathroom. Tonight we're going to be doing my nightly routine when I use my retinoid. That's my most popular request in my comments. A lot of people want to know how I incorporate a retinoid into my routine because I use so much Biologique Recherche and heavy acid products. So today I'm going to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is take my glasses off, put my hair up, and put my hair back. Let's have a moment. I got these from Yes Style. How flippin' adorable is that? Okay, so obviously the first thing I'm gonna do is take my makeup off, and I do that with a double cleanse. The first step in my routine is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil, and then to avoid acids, I use a cream cleanser. I usually use either Le VIP O2 or a much more cost-effective alternative would be the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. These are both cream cleansers that you should be using after your first cleanse with your oil. These are not strong enough to take your makeup off first, so that's why I use an oil as my first step. I usually go in with 2 pumps and I massage it all in. So now that my makeup is off and my hair is sufficiently insane, let's go in with my cream cleanser. Tonight I'm gonna reach for the Le VIP O2. This is almost empty, so I'm really just trying to get through it. What I like about cream cleansers is they just feel very, very refreshing. And I usually do use cream cleansers only in the morning. I very rarely use a gel cleanser in the morning. But I do reach for a cream cleanser on the nights that I'm going to be using retinoids. I just do my best to avoid all acids. And all of the gel cleansers that I have some kind of an acid or a BHA in them. So using the cream cleanser is just a really nice way to avoid anything that could be potentially irritating when used alongside of my retinoid. Okay, so now all my makeup has been removed. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna create a barrier of hydration on my skin before I go in with the retinoid, just to prevent any irritation and dryness. I usually do get some kind of dryness with a retinoid, but using all these hydration steps I'm about to show you has really helped combat any dryness. So as you all know, on a normal night, I would tone with lotion P50, but since I'm not going to be using any acids, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spritz my face with a hydrating facial mist, and then I'm gonna go in with a hydrating serum. I literally just reviewed this in my previous video. This is the Biologique Recherche L'Eau Oxygenante. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. This is an amazing facial mist with a lot of hydrating and brightening and antioxidant properties. So I'm gonna go in with this, but if you don't have this and you want a more affordable option, I am currently trying out the Belief Aqua Bomb Mist. It comes actually with 2 of these little bottles in there, so you get quite a bit of product. You get 4 ounces. This one is not as good as the Biologique Recherche, but it is hydrating. It's just very scented, whereas this is not. So this is my preferred mist at the moment. So I'm gonna go in with a couple of spritzes of this, just to have this layer of hydration, keep my face a little bit damp. Because now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with one of my new favorite products. This is the It's Skin Power 10 Formula LI Effector. This has polyglutamic acid in it as well as licorice extract. Oh my God. I take about half of a pipette pump in there. And what I do is I rub my hands together and then I just pat it in like this. So what I love about polyglutamic acid is that it's actually a little bit more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. And along with that, to keep your skin very hydrated, there's also licorice root extract, which is amazing for hyperpigmentation, discoloration, and it also helps keep your skin very bright. I've been testing this product out for about, I'd say, a month and a half now, 6 weeks. It's beautiful. I love it. It has completely replaced a couple of other items that I used to use for brightening. And not only is it giving me results in brightening, but it also keeps my skin very hydrated. I purchased this off of Yes Style, but you can also get it off Amazon. But if you're not comfortable with buying things off Amazon, Yes Style does sell it. This is literally amazing. Just make sure it's the polyglutamic acid and licorice extract serum. It's really, really good, you guys. It makes my skin so glowy and plump and hydrated. This is amazing. I definitely recommend using this if you're looking for something to give you hydration. So now I'm gonna give the It's Skin serum a little minute to soak in and get my skin real hydrated before I go in with my moisturizer. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eye cream. I'm not currently using anything life-changing for my eyes. This is just a sample I received from Biologique Recherche. This is the new Biofixine eye cream. It feels very nice, but I only have a sample of it, so I don't really have a real opinion formed on it. But this is usually when I go in with an eye cream. Okay, so now I'm going to do something called the sandwich method. The sandwich method is when you hydrate your skin with your moisturizer, go in with your retinoid, and then hydrate again on top of that to help combat any kind of dryness and irritation. The first step in my sandwich method, or the base step, is going to be the Biologique Recherche Creme Mask Vernix. I've already talked about how amazing this is. This is really a creme mask, a very thick, nice, hydrating, protective barrier of moisture that you go in with. I do not use this every night. I only use it on nights that I use my retinoid because it is so lush and rich. It's very creamy, but it soaks right into the skin. This is a really nice formula that has really helped protect my skin from any itchy, redness, flakiness that sometimes retinoids can cause. So I'm gonna go in with about a pea-sized amount of the Creme Mask Vernix all over. So the Creme Mask Vernix has been sitting on my skin for about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes or so. My skin is just a little tacky, but it's no longer slick from the moisturizer. So let's go in with my retinoid. I have been using the Differin Adapalene gel for about, I'd say, a month now. This is a 0.1% adapalene. This retinoid is best for acne treatment. So some retinoids are really great for anti-aging, hyperpigmentation, and acne, but the Differin gel is marketed specifically for an acne treatment. So I'm going to be using this for about 3 months total to see how I feel about it and how it changes my skin. I don't break out as much anymore, pretty much only when I'm hormonal, but I definitely do have some scarring and some discoloration. So I'm hoping to take care of some of that with the Differin. So how I use Differin is I go in with literally like a pea-sized amount for my entire face. You want to make sure this is a very thin layer. You do not want to overdo it with anything related to retinol. So I go in over my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin, and especially around my jawline because that's my problem area. If you have very dry skin, I would recommend going in with a thick salve or barrier around the corners of your mouth and your nose where you can get a little bit more sensitive. Luckily, I'm very oily and I haven't had that issue yet, but if I did, that's what I would do. So far, I've been really enjoying my results with Differin. I really don't want to do a complete review on it until I've been using it for about 3 months, which is the recommended amount of time to be using like an adapalene. So whenever the time comes, I will be doing a full review on this. But so far, so good. And finally, my last step for the sandwich method is my last layer of hydration. I'm going to be going in with the Acure Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream. I have talked about this. This is one of my favorite moisturizers, and it just so happens to be a very affordable option from the drugstore. This is rich in vitamin C and peptides, and it's just super hydrating. I love this. I think this is really nice for literally anybody who's just looking for hydration. It's really a no-frills moisturizer that I think any skin type can handle. So I'm taking that moisturizer, rubbing it across both of my hands, and I'm just going to press and rub up. Just want to get that hydration everywhere on top of that adapalene gel, just to make sure that my skin is completely hydrated. And that's it. What I love about this routine that I have with my adapalene is that I know that I'm doing something that's going to help fight acne, but it's also going to be very anti-aging in the process. And I also love how glowy I look when I'm done. She's glowing. And that's the end of the routine. So I just want to let you guys know how important and beneficial retinols and retinoids are for your skin. Just make sure you're educated on them. I've got a couple videos that talk about it here and there, but retinoids are literally the only proven thing that is anti-aging and helps fight acne. There's so many medical journal articles about how beneficial it is for your skin. So I highly recommended getting started with something. If you're super sensitive, go with a really low percentage of just a retinol and use it like 3 times a week. I'm currently using the Differin gel every other night, and on the days that I don't use it, I am safe to go in with anything that has acid in it. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you learned something and that you're a little less nervous about trying out retinoids and how you're supposed to use them whenever you do use acid in your routine on other days. Just remember to never mix retinoids and acids or vitamin C, and to always wear your SPF in the mornings. All right, guys, it's been fun. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat, and I meow 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 when I meow meow meow.